Hi, today is Monday, May 5th, 2025. Today was the Children's Day slash Buddha's birthday. And mostly it was a Buddha's birthday, and many people went to a temple. For me, I went to Porimsa Temple outside Gwangju, south of Gwangju, about 1 hour drive by car. It's located in Changheng County. Changheng is famous for water festival in July and August. So I went there. Many people showed up, but usually there are not many tourists visiting the temple. So today I went there around 12 o'clock and went to the main temple main pavilion, and sit down with the legs crossed for about an hour. I meditated on my thoughts, ideas, and beliefs. And also, I just did a vipassana meditation, focusing on the air in and out under the nose hood or at the nostrils. And then I went to a makeshift kitchen beyond the main pavilion and ate nice bibimbap. That's a vegan mixture of a lot of vegetables and rice, a bowl of rice and hot chili paste. It was quite delicious. That's quite a normal meal. And then I drank nice tea that was provided by them. And also they gave me 2 bananas and 1 small pack of duck, there's rice cakes. So they were very considerate. At the end of my meditation, I donated 10,000 won. That's about $9 or $8.50. And yeah, it's a small amount, but usually I just gave 1,000 or 3,000 won, or just $1 or $2. So $8 or $9 are significant amount that I coughed up for today. I should have donated more, but still I am stingy. I shouldn't be stingy, but in the due time I would be less stingy. Today I skipped reading English article yesterday, so I'm gonna read this article and more. This article just popped up on my Facebook. It was pointed at by what's his name? Thomas Kim. He's of my age, and he's a professor at Chosun University in Gwangju. Since I just come back to Gwangju every other weekend, our relationship is stalled. So I seldomly get to meet him. But I know he's active on Facebook, so that's a good thing. Today, this article is from the New York Times, and the title is "What Makes Korea's Favorite Noodle Dish So Good?" Smothered in a sweet, salty gravy, studded with a luscious pork belly, these chewy wheat noodles are South Korea's cultural equivalent to delivery pizza in the United States. Smothered in a sweet, salty gravy, right? Sweet, salty gravy, studded with a luscious pork belly. These chewy wheat noodles are South Korea's cultural equivalent to delivery pizza in the United States. Yes, it is called Jjajangmyeon. It originated from China, but we modified it, and it's Korea's main dish when you go to a kind of a instant food stall in Korea. So many lessons can be learned from a good bowl of Jjajangmyeon, super savory black bean noodles, right? Black bean noodles, super savory, writes Eric Kim. By Eric Kim. Eric Kim tasted more than a dozen bowls of jjajangmyeon in Atlanta, New York, and New Jersey to create his ultimate recipe. April 11th, 2025. If you want to see your Korean friend revert to their childhood self, surprise them with a bowl of homemade jjajangmyeon. Smothered in a super savory gravy that's studded with a pork belly, this Korean takeout staple of chewy wheat noodles is universally appealing. Children and babies love it. Adults eat it on their cheat day, birthday, moving day, moving day. What is cheat day though? Right? On their cheat day, right? Instead of going for a nice food, healthy food, they just cheat themselves and eat a sleazy junk food. I never know. I'll look it up later. Korean singles eat it alone on Black Day, April 14th, which falls on Monday, right? A variant of Chinese Jjajangmyeon, Jjajangmyeon, pronounced Jjajangmyeon, the double J sound existing somewhere between cha and ja. Ja was created in Incheon, South Korea by Chinese migrant workers around the turn of the 20th century. Over time, its flavor has become sweeter and richer to match Korean palates. Words can feel inadequate to describe what these black bean noodles taste like. Sweet, salty comes to mind, as does the Korean word for umami, 감칠맛, right? Umami. To achieve this depth of flavor, the chef Ki Chang Kim of Dongbo-sung in Fort Lee, New Jersey, takes his time browning the onions and rendering the pork fat that make up the sauce's base, like his father taught him. It extracts a savory sweetness, only amplified by chunjang, pronounced chunjang, the fermented jet black soybean paste that's fried in the fat, then thinned into gravy for the noodles. So I wonder what the savory means. Sometimes it says nice sweet feeling, but someone says salty. What does it mean, right? What does it taste like? It extracts a savory sweetness. Long in the shadows of its cousins, gochujang and doenjang, chunjang, the ingredient that slicks the noodles black, shines in its own way, closer in flavor to Chinese tianmian sauce, or what makes Peking duck taste like Peking duck. Its salty, sweet darkness, the result of black soybeans, salt, wheat flour, and caramel, is the stuff of jjajangmyeon dreams. The high heat of wok and the generous amount of pork fat is essential to the ultimate flavor of jjajangmyeon. Chunjang, an otherwise bitter black soybean paste, made sweeter and more palatable through deep frying. Janice Chung for the New York Times. Ki Chang Kim, the chef of Dongbo-sung in Fort Lee, New Jersey, has been cooking jjajangmyeon for a decade. He learned the tricks of the trade from his father, who has been making the dish for 40 years. Janice Chung for the New York Times. At the Korean Chinese restaurants, they dole out bowls of these black bean noodles around the world. You will find even more chunjang served as a condiment, alongside raw onions and pickled yellow radish, often next to a bottle of white vinegar and a shaker of gochugaru. For Sarah An, an author of Uma, a Korean mom's kitchen wisdom, and 100 family recipes, a splash of that vinegar acid and a shake of that gochugaru heat balance jjajangmyeon, an otherwise mellow brown food. It was a tip from her mother, Namsun, that surprised many Koreans when she shared it on social media, she said, because while it's on tables, vinegar doesn't normally end up in the noodles. Jjajangmyeon is a dish often cooked and eaten in a certain way with tradition at its essence, so it can be a real aha moment when there is a change in a recipe, however small. For me, that moment came from my mother, Jen, who uses grated potato in place of the traditional slurry of powdered starch and water to thicken the sauce without gloopiness. The spud's earthiness also adds to the dish's vegetable flavors, layers of charred cabbage, onion, and potato, uplifting the aromatic richness of a pork belly fat. Another way to make homemade jjajangmyeon is especially good, taking care with the noodles. Delightfully chewy and elastic, fresh jjajang noodles are worth seeking out at your local Asian grocery store, though other wheat-based noodles such as ramen or udon are adequate substitutes. Torai, who owns the Korean Chinese restaurant Shanghai Mong in Midtown Manhattan, rinses the boiled noodles under cold water to remove their claggy starch, then dunks them back in the cooking liquid to warm them up for serving. Claggy starch. It's a lesson, much like a beloved jjajangmyeon recipe, to hold on to for a lifetime. Claggy starch, right? So this article is rather short, but from this article, I just wanted to know the word savory and also claggy starch, claggy, like a sticky, I guess, claggy. Let's find that out, right? Claggy. No word. Claggy, dialect. Stickily clinging as mud, right? Collins English Dictionary. Stickily clinging, claggy starch, claggy. I'll just look for savory one more time. It has two different opposite meanings, right? Savory. Savory. Having a salty, spicy, or piquant flavor, not sweet. Having a suggesting the flavor of umami, pleasant or agreeable in taste or smell, pleasing, attractive, or agreeable, right? Different. Salty, spicy, or piquant flavor, not sweet. Plantains, though they look very similar to bananas, can be used in both sweet and savory dishes, as they take on other flavors really well. A farmhouse cheddar is combined with Italian black truffles for a distinctive earthy, savory flavor. Umami, savory flavor, umami. So before I close this article, there are two things on their cheat day. Claggy starch on their cheat day. What is cheat day, right? I think you just skip the healthy food and go for a junk food. A cheat day in dieting is a scheduled day where individuals allow themselves to eat whatever they want, including foods typically restricted on their diet plan. It's often used as a break from strict dietary restrictions, potentially to improve adherence to a diet or to prevent binge eating. However, the idea of cheat day is not universally endorsed, with some health professionals arguing that it can lead to overeating and potentially hinder long-term weight management goals. Cheat day, cheat day. Well, that's it. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful Monday. We have another holiday tomorrow, so it's replacement day or compensation day, right? Today, there are two things fall onto the same day, right? Children's Day and Buddha's birthday. They are separate usually, but this year they both fall on the same day, which is today. So the government, makes us to rest one more day tomorrow, because otherwise we lose one holiday that we deserve. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful holiday. Bye bye.